Sunday, January the 4th, 2009. This is Todd Blog episode number 32, coming at you a little before midnight on Sunday night. Big day tomorrow. Jonah starts school. My 7-year-old Jonah has been homeschooled since last year. Homeschooled through kindergarten and in first half of first grade. And past couple months, Chris and I have been thinking about and praying about and talking, discussing possibly putting Jonah into public school. So tomorrow, Jonah will be going to Owens Elementary, which is about 4 miles down the road. We've heard good things about it. Kristen's met the teacher, and we feel really good about it. Jonah's excited, so that's going to be really good. So we've actually got to get up early to, take him to school like most normal people do. We're growing up. So anyway, that's kind of a big deal coming up tomorrow. Hopefully if I can get some video, I can post something later, tomorrow night or something. Anyway, tell you about my Sunday, which is usually more of a worship confessional more than anything. Here's what we did today. Church, we opened with Unchanging. Chris Tomlin's Unchanging. Now, it's a great song, but I'm very tired of it. I am definitely feeling the strain at Bethel of not wanting to teach too many new songs too fast. And so what that means is that you end up doing the ones you end up doing them quite a lot. And so Unchanging went well. It went fine. Then we went into Marvelous Light, which Bethel tends to enjoy that song. I think they know it. They must have known it before I even started playing it. But so that one good. Then we did King of Mercy, one of my songs, which I was very excited to do. And the band did a really good job. And at rehearsal, we didn't have organ or piano, and having those guys on stage today made a big difference. Of course, the Hammond organ sounded fantastic, and Elizabeth on piano did some really cool things. If you know the song, there's the electric part that's just sort of consistent almost throughout the whole song. So there's not a lot of riffing in the CD version. There's not a lot of soloing. There's not a lot of additional ad-lib things. And so piano and organ really kind of set that song off in a real neat way today. So we'll do that one next week. I'm excited to keep teaching it. I think it'll work. I think the band does a really good job on that groove. From there, I don't even think we prayed or anything. We just had folks sort of applaud the Lord. And when we did Mighty to Save, kind of a cool thing we did with Mighty to Save was we had already planned in worship leading. Sometimes I like to tell my team if I think there's going to be a fork in the order. And Mighty to Save is a really unique song because if you do the full CD version or a full version, it's a pretty long song. And the version that we play from even has a second bridge of singing Shining Light, Let the Whole World See, done with just drums. And so what we did in rehearsal was we worked out a cue that if I thought the song was going well and that the drum thing would work, I would raise my left hand or put my left hand forward. And if the band saw that, then they would know, okay, we're going to the drum break. And if I didn't, they know we would just play it normally and end it kind of short. So, in the first service, that just wasn't happening. I mean, I could tell we were not going to go to the drum break, and I could tell we were not even going to get that far into the song. So even though we had planned on this adjustment, I even called an audible from the stage, and coming out of a dropped chorus of a breakdown chorus, sort of put my right hand back to signal to the drummer to lay out. And so that song just sort of faded. It was really beautiful how that was done. Then I sang another chorus where Elizabeth played piano, which was a really nice transition. Elizabeth kind of slowed that down to get us ready for the next song, which was I Am Glad. We went into I Am Glad. It was beautiful. Went very, very well. Second service went well, too. We didn't really change much. Everything went kind of the same. Real interesting crowd today at Bethel. I actually felt like worship went great. I felt like we gave a really good opportunity to worship. I didn't really get much of a vibe from the church either way. I mean, I didn't feel like, oh man, they were horrible, or wow, that was awesome. I just felt like it was good. I came off stage feeling pretty good. But I had quite a few of the band members who were a little bit discouraged, I think would be a good word, by the crowd. Just it seemed like to those guys that there wasn't much energy in the room, that folks were kind of staring at us. And I never picked up any of that, but I don't doubt those guys' observations. So that was interesting to have two kind of different reads on it. And even after the fact, asking Kristen, my wife, who was out in the crowd, what do you think of worship? And even to hear her just kind of good. And I said, well, the guys in the band seemed to think that folks just weren't engaged. And Kristen even said, she said, I was kind of like that too. She said, I was just kind of just standing there, just kind of like in a daze. And I don't know if that's finally been over the holidays or not sure what that was. But anyway, so it was interesting. I felt like it was great. I came out of worship thinking it was just phenomenal. So anyway, so that was worship. Went out to lunch after with half of the Kirkendall family and the McKeons. Came home, and then for Sunday night, I did dinner with the guys from our fellowship group. Our group that meets every other Sunday is a couples group. We normally all meet together, but through the holidays we haven't met very much, and so a couple days ago the girls did a thing, and so tonight the guys met at Buffalo Wild Wings and just hung out for about an hour. So it was really good. So we'll see about tomorrow, what tomorrow brings. A couple things that are pretty exciting to me. Number one, I tested an online broadcast of the worship today, just using my Mac and Mogulus.com, and went very well. I had somebody even watch worship, so that was cool. Second thing is that just found out today that the new Song Discovery CD, Volume 74, for Worship Leader Magazine, they've been sent out now. They've arrived. Kristen even found on the Song Discovery website, found my name there, and I'm track 4 on that CD. So we'll see what that does. Hopefully I can be able to get some feedback to a certain degree to find out if folks are doing the song. So anyway, that's the Todd Vlog, episode 32. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.